I think Siggett mentioned maybe last week that you kind of just have this knack of like you catch a short gain and then it becomes a long play. Like he said, you have that knack more than any other player he's coached. Like why is that? Like why can you turn these short gains into these huge plays?
I like to think I used to play running back in high school. You know, I always told people I'm more of a running back anyways. When I ended up switching to tight end, the running back room that I was looking at potentially going into was just really loaded with some NFL caliber guys like Braylon Allen and Isaac Grando. So ended up moving to tight end and blocking a little bit, but I like to think I still got a little something in the tank. So I like to think I got a little bit of vision from that.
When you come in for a rivalry game and trying to learn about it, what have you kind of found out about the Purdue rivalry, and how have you gone about trying to learn something about it?
I mean, for me, it was really James Bamba. You know, this guy who's been here 6 years, you know, raised down the street, and, you know, having him in my room, I just, you know, talked to him about it and just kind of really trying to listen and hear what he has to say. You know, he's a guy where it really means a lot to him, right? Like, he's been born and raised on this rivalry. You know, I'm a little bit new to it, but, you know, I hate Purdue just as much as him. You know, we're one team.
Coaching that he talked about keeping you guys focused on Purdue and the importance of respecting your opponent. What does that look like in your preparation this week?
I ain't just taking it the same as every single other game. You know what I mean? Like, it's next game up mentality, right? Like, can't play, you know, tomorrow's game until you play today's game. So I think that's really just been the message, is just every day we got to come in focused, intensity's got to be high every single time, because in college football, you can get beat on any given Saturday. You know, you see it all throughout the season that, you know, a team thinks they got an easy game and it doesn't end up well for them.
How do you balance that approach, knowing like what you talked about with James and the importance that this game brings to some guys like that and people in the state of Indiana?
I think it's just a healthy amount, a healthy intensity, right? Like, I think it's the same thing. Same way you approach a game, right? You can't be, you know, going all out 100% of the time. Like, you know, there's times we got to go, there's times we got to dial it back. But I think it's just we have an older team, and I think we're good at kind of approaching those things because we just have a lot of guys, a lot of experience, so they're able to, you know, bring the intensity without, you know, just going too hard and messing up.
Did you guys feel kind of mentally run down at the bye, or in the off week, this recent off week?
I mean, 6 games was a long stretch. I mean, you're always excited to go play football, but yeah, I think we definitely welcomed the bye week. I think that was much needed. I think we had a few bodies that we were able to get healthy then, which was huge, to hopefully, you know, help us down the road. But yeah, no, I think that was definitely a much needed bye, both mentally and physically. Every single time you can get a bye, you take advantage of it just to be able to take a little step away from the game, because in the week to week, day to day, you're just so entrenched in it that, you know, you need a break, same as everybody else.
What do you do for a break?
That's a good question. Clean my apartment. I'm an older guy now, so it's like, you know, like you just do your life stuff that you need to get done. I call my mom, like I really catch up with her and catch up with my family on the bye week, but just really a lot of laying around. Like, I just kind of want to just take time off. Yeah.
Having played in a major rivalry game before you got here, what does the intensity look like for you specifically? Can you bring some of that with you now that you're approaching a new one?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, playing like my old days against the people we hate, I think that definitely translates, and it helps me understand like where these guys are coming from, right? And where this team's at, and it helps you bring that edge, that intensity, right? Because, you know, it might not be the team that I was raised on, but it's the team that somebody else was raised on. So I understand that passion, that feeling just as much as everybody else in that locker room. So I'm definitely gonna be bringing the intensity on game day.
What was the Wisconsin game like for you?
That was awesome. So that was a really big one. Obviously very happy with the outcome. Was happy to be able to contribute and play my role and be able to score a touchdown. That was really sweet. But yeah, I got a lot of friends on the team still. You know, being there for 5 years, and it's really good to go there and get a win and, you know, kind of be able to.
Was there trash talking during the week between you and your own teammates at all, or anything like that?
A little bit here and there. I was watching film with Nando one day, and I FaceTimed one of my friends back there. We were talking a little trash, but nothing too crazy. All just friendly stuff. You know, like I said, some of those guys I was there for 5 years with, so it was just exciting to play against them, and glad that we get the job done.
I know Charlie said that when he saw the score, he was like more hyped than he'd ever been. What was that like for you?
Well, it was awesome to hear the support from those guys. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, everybody was so excited for that play. I mean, not only me, but like, it was really cool just to see like how all the guys were so excited for me to score against my old team. Like, that was just like really cool to be a part of, and I really appreciate them for that. But that was awesome. I mean, that's like, since the day I entered the portal, I kind of been hoping and dreaming for that. So that was a really big cool moment. Parents were able to see that. That was awesome.
Two more for Riley.
You mentioned making the call of Fernando. Is Fernando a trash talker? Does he trash talk? That would be surprising.
No, Fernando does not trash talk. He does not trash talk. He was kind of sitting there complimenting the guy and saying that he was a good player while I was kind of talking my trash. So it was just yeah, he was not.
Your catch against Penn State, I think it was one of the deepest targets of your career. You mentioned the touchdown catch against Wisconsin. What has your connection with Fernando looked like as the season's gone on?
I think we just continue to get more and more comfortable with each other, and just he kind of knows where I'm going to be, and I know where he's going to throw the ball. And I think that was really big on the Penn State catch. You know, we saw cover 2, and you know, I was able to just bend it inside and get to the open spot. And I mean, he threw it with great anticipation. I mean, to the normal person, he'd probably be like, "Why are you throwing that ball?" But you know, we ended up connecting. And I think that's something that we've really worked on and established throughout the year. He loves throwing the tight end, so you know, I just trying to step up and allow him to.
Thanks, Riley.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Riley.